Yo, what up, though? It's your boy 313 Hood Politics, man. I'm back. I'm back with another one. Man, this story right here, we gonna switch it up a little bit, do it a little different. We gonna be on the east side with it. East side, where my east siders at in Detroit. Gratiot, Kelly, DeQuinder, John R, Mac and B with East 7 Mile, East 6 Mile, Grosse Point, East Point, shit. Everybody that went to Persian, man, Denby. Like, holla at me, man. Where my East Siders at? East Side Cheddar Boys, you feel me? Rest in peace to all the fallen soldiers that came from that side of the city. So, we on the east side with it, man. In this particular story, I'm gonna be covering this, it's from the Brewster Projects, right? Now, the Brewster Projects, in layman's terms, it ain't nothing to fuck with. Territorial, war zone, mainly ran by the East Siders. Well, this is the year of 2000. I had to be about 12, 11, 12 at the oldest. It's the year 2000. It's right before they start tearing down the high-rise projects, you know, throughout the Midwest or whatever. They started with Chicago first, then they came over here and started tearing our shit down in Detroit. But this had to be the year 2000. It was the year 2000. I had to be about 12 years old, man. It's goddamn New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, and my goddamn mama and grandmama decide they want to go visit one of their cousins, which is like my second cousin. She was like it was my mom cousin, so it was my second cousin, my grandmother niece. She was still living out in the Brewsters before they tore them down in 2005. So they like, we finna go out there and bring in the new year, the year 2000, with my cousin. Man, I'm a young and snotty nose. You know, I'm just happy to go anywhere, especially when it's pertaining to other little badass kids being around, so I can have somebody to be a heathen with me. So we drive and we get to the Brewster Projects. Mind you, it's New Year's Eve. Now we on the east side in the projects on New Year's Eve. So we get to my cousin's apartment or whatever. We go in. It's a fucking melee in these damn projects, dog. Man, I'm talking every nigga. It seemed like every nigga that got off the slave shit was in this goddamn hallway, dog. Facts. Piss smell. Graffiti all on this motherfucker. Niggas spray painting they hood, they name, east side, better side. I mean, this shit looked like a fucking nightmare, dog. And I couldn't believe that the city of Detroit, any black city that had high-rise buildings in it for low-income families, I just can't believe that these cities let these buildings, dog, get that out of control. Now, don't get me wrong. It's up to the tenants to keep their fucking house looking livable. You know what I'm saying? You really can't blame nobody else for the way you treating the way you live. This where you gotta lay your head at. But a lot of that shit came from the government and the goddamn mayor and these higher ups motherfuckers that run these cities and states not putting the kind of money they should be putting into it in low income places like that for people, man. They just let that shit get so wore down. It was ridiculous, man. But we get there. Soon as we pull up, I'm looking like, this ain't shit like what I'm used to seeing, because this actually was my first time going inside of a public housing project parking lot. Man, nigga, when Rakim and Eric B said nobody smiling, dog, that's all I saw. Every nigga I looked at had a grim look on his face, dog. back then, now that I'm older, I'm looking back like, how the fuck did my mother and grandma had the courage to walk through these goddamn project buildings, man, like that with no fear? But I guess back then, shit, I don't know. People fear different shit. So, we get up there, we chilling with my cousin or whatever. So, the ball finna drop. It's like 11:45 or some shit. 11:50. We ain't got that long before the ball finna drop and we going into a new year, the year 2000. Man, when we was in her goddamn apartment counting down to the ball drop, soon as they got the Happy New Year, all I heard was fucking rocket launchers. Rocket launchers, bazookas, machine guns. Hell, they even might have had a few army tanks outside in that motherfucker. It was so much guns being shot, dog, in those fucking project buildings. Me, my mama, and my nana hit the goddamn floor. Because we hear gunshots all through the city, but we stay in a house. We like on a residential block, so it's kind of like you hear it, but it ain't like close to your fucking window like that. Man, when we was in them Brewsters, dog, we hit the goddamn floor. I believe a few motherfuckers was in them hallways shooting guns, man. I ain't gonna lie. Tell me why a neighbor of hers knock on the door, like, what's going on with you, Tish? My cousin named Tish. She like, oh, nothing, just sitting here with a few of my family members. Y'all good, y'all good. This was after the shooting. They like, yeah, we good. But why Detroit police got the whole project surrounded and they going on each floor, you know, trying to take people guns from them and shit like that. Like they trying to find people that got dirty guns. So, long story short, we stuck in the goddamn Brewster projects, dog, all fucking night. Because the police investigating. They trying to take as many guns as they can because it was that much. I'm telling you, man, it sounded like them niggas was shooting bazookas, fucking missiles, rocket launchers, dog. This shit ain't sound like no regular handguns, no 9mm or no shit like that. These niggas had shit the government got. So we was stuck in this motherfucker, man, till the next morning, dog, and that shit was just a crazy experience for me, man. I'll never forget that. I ain't no East Side cat, so I really don't be, you know, politicking on the East Side like that. I got a few East Side partners that I know, but I ain't heavy on the East Side like that. I'm a West Sider. Everything I do, everybody I know, everybody I talk to is on the West Side. So it's no really need for me to be on that side of the city like that. Especially the motherfucking Brewster projects. But yeah, man, that was just one story I got on the projects, man. You know, growing up in high rises, that was my era, but I was a shorty. I didn't grow up in high rises, so I really can't tell you the ins and outs and, you know, what actually goes on in the motherfuckers. I stayed on the residential street. But I'm pretty for sure, man, y'all can go on to like some Detroit, old news Detroit websites or clippings, man, and do y'all research on the Brewster's projects, man, and how they got down. If y'all don't know, Diana Ross, the famous singer from Motown, the Supremes, actually her and the Supremes stayed there. This was before them bitches got gang infested and dope and all that shit took over, but Diana Ross and the Supremes stayed there for a minute. Shit, who else stayed there, man? We got a lot of famous people to come out the Brewster projects, dog, but yeah, that shit was a melee, dog. We could not get through that hallway to my cousin's apartment, man. But they tore them down in 2000. I mean, they made everybody leave in 2005 because they was finna start the demolition. And I think they started it in 2008. See, that's what I'm saying. That's fucked up. So for a 3-year gap, they had these tall ass, empty ass high rises just standing. So that's giving a nigga to take a girl in there and SA her if he want to. A nigga could kill somebody and drop the body off in there if he want to. Like, why leave buildings? Why tell people they gotta leave and then leave the goddamn buildings up for 3 years straight for motherfuckers to keep doing crime in there? But they tore them down completely, and they started in 2008, and I think the last building was standing. The last building they tore down was in 2003. So it's no more high rises. I believe now they just row houses. Now they remodeled them and probably charging a fucking arm and a leg for rent in them goddamn row houses, man. But yeah, man, that's just a story I was thinking about, man, as I was straightening up the crib and shit. I'm like, man, I remember New Year's 2000. We go over my cousin Tish house in the goddamn Brewsters, man. And that bitch sounded like she invited us to a goddamn Afghanistan party. World War III in that bitch. Man, but it's your boy 313 Hood Politics. I'm out, man. Y'all be blessed.